Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott McKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, once again, thank you very much for joining Industrial Talk, a platform dedicated to industrial professionals all around the world. You know it. You're bold, you're brave, you dare greatly, you innovate, you collaborate, you're solving problems, you're making the world a better place, and that makes you celebratable. You can use that, celebratable. I'm not even sure if that's a word. But we are here on site, IoT Solutions World Congress 2023. Barcelona is the place. And you need to put this on your calendar because it is a great event, and it's growing because digital transformation and all of this IoT, Industry 4.0 and Industry 5.0, it's happening whether you like it or not, and you need to be collaborating and engaged. In the hot seat, Seonhi Ro. Did I get that?
Yeah,
there it is.
Right.
Ford Motor Company. You might have heard of them. We're going to be talking a little bit about, Industry 5.0 and then some. Let's get cracking. Okay, good conference. You having a good one?
Yes, I have a great one. I met a lot of people working on similar places and or similar topics, and inspiring really new technologies and so on. Yeah.
See, what's interesting is the ability to be able to come to an event like this, and just everybody is passionate about where they're at. They're engaged. They're talking back and forth, and it's so cool. I am always amazed at how, really? You can do that now? Now you can? I always get that. For the listeners out there, give us a little background on who you are. Where do you come from there, Seonhi?
Yeah, I'm manufacturing industry 4.0 specialist at Ford Motor Company. And actually, my background is mechanical engineering and started at Ford for powertrain parts. So I have a long career in the powertrain, but about 6 years ago, it was new area to tackle. So data analytics and also industry 4.0. So new technologies coming into there. So it was so exciting times.
So did somebody just say, all right, Seonhi, you're it. We see this. We see this train coming down the track, this Industry 4.0, this data analytics, this ability to be able to track these assets. We want Seonhi to do it. Are you pretty excited about that?
Yeah, it was very exciting.
Go here, do this, learn that, report back.
Yeah, but I wanted to do it. So the surrounding is changing, and then you got a lot of those information. Finally, you have chance to implement it. How good it is!
See, you're bringing it into the real.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Let's say, about 5 years ago. 6 years ago, we were here and we were having different conversations. We were talking about all this. It's great. And then I kept on I wanted to see it in action. Yeah. I wanted to see it doing its thing. Yeah. Today it is. Everybody's doing it. It's like, okay, do it. But it's fast.
But it is continuing. It is, a lot of people think it is digitalization and it is the end. No. And I have done it. But it is not. That is just starting point. You have so much possibilities to develop further. You are surprised yourself for what is coming.
Because I got to tell you, you come here, and you have these conversations with these individuals, and you're tripping over new use cases. It's everywhere because it's like, we can do that. We can do that too. It's not a problem. Now, you're a speaker.
Yeah.
Let the listeners know what you were speaking on at this IoT Solutions World Congress event.
Yeah, I'm speaking about how the Ford Motor Company is facilitating in the direction Industry 5.0.
Okay, for that, explain to the listeners in general, nothing deep, what Industry 4.0 was and why there's an Industry 5.0, where's that distinction? So help us understand that.
Yeah, Industry 4.0 is the cyber physical system. So we're talking about cyber internet and physical system thing. So it is the Internet of Things. And there is you are doing all net connections, digitalization, and you can use those data very fast. And but there are a lot of technology, AR, VRs, and the AI, and this technology we first implemented, and then with the time, the people recognizing something missing. Is technology developing, but people, we are not so far. So we are thinking of where is the people there, because a lot of people speaking shop floor, your AI will do your all jobs. You do not have any more job, but until then, you need to develop it to there, and you need to come as a human being need to come with it. The machines are there that we live better lives. So that is the background of Industry 5.0, where is the human beings are. That is first one. And second one is we recognizing the planetary resources limited, so sustainability. And
go ahead.
And the third one is resilience. So we react agile, because you see all these cheap deliveries, all this, or weather is getting very fluctuating. You need to react to those things very fast. So we are getting stressed, we are not prepared. So with that Industry 4.0 technology, we can already predict some of the things. We cannot predict exactly that one, but you can see scenarios, and then you can prepare it. Then you have less stress.
Okay, that I was just getting ready. That's the resilience. Because when I picture when I look at the term resilience, I'm adaptable. I can navigate.
Flexible.
I can do that, and that's true. But you bring up some great points. Not we speak of of course the sustainability component, the human component, the resilience component, and you're absolutely right. That was a gap with 4.0, and I think it became real when you're going down this road of the 4.0, and you go, oh yeah. There's human. We can do some more. So in the world of Ford, how are you looking at 5.0? How are you going to bring that into Ford?
So we have an example in the design phase, regenerative design. So design is doing automatically, which is a different method after the nature behavior or topology optimization or the morphogenesis. So we can create some design which is only material is there, you need it. So it is you're using your materials, not the the whole material, but you can take out which the part is not loaded. Then you can take out the material, so you can have a very light, less material. You can use it, and then have a low weight. So that is sustainable.
Oh, so and in fact, I know that. So what you're saying is that, let's say we have an auto part. We have a part, a strut. How about that? Did I just start? So a strut, and you could look at that strut. There is a certain strength component to it. That's all fine. Maybe it's overbuilt. And that overbuilt creates more weight. And so
material
through a tool, you can sit there and go here, not compromise the strength, but improve and lessen the weight. Which then, of course.
That is the program is doing that job with the AI, taking out those materials.
See, that just blows me away. That AI eyeball can look at that part and ensure that we can remove material, but ensure the strength of that part. That's pretty cool.
So where you need strength, you have even the more material you can put it in the conventional design. So it is really where you need material is material there. You don't need it, you can take out.
But then again, also you've optimized the use of that material. You don't have waste in there.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just overbuilding because you're overbuilding. You just have no. But that makes sense.
Yeah. And in the car, you know how important the weight is. It's all fuel consumption or electrical power consumption in the electric vehicles. That's related to the weight. So if you can take out weight, then it's you can go direction sustainable. World.
Okay, got that. So you're looking at finished products. The finished products are optimized by use of material, whatever. Let's say, and that makes it definitely far more reliable and all that good stuff. What about the person component? What were we missing with 4.0? Now we're addressing in 5.0. What is that? What are we addressing with the people side?
Yeah, that's especially what I presented today is the in the factory. So first time when we implemented the project, we just used the AI, and the workers doesn't know what to do. What he is doing, don't believe what he is doing, and then you have a problem, it is not used. So you need to have developed the things together with the shop floor people. They have so many experiences, and this experience knowledge can get into the AI. So the developing the technology people and the shop floor together, and if you develop with them, you will get so much knowledge. And the most important point is they are using it, and they are getting better, and they are trying to do also his idea to coming into. So it is enthusiastic about implementing further, and it is used. Sometimes a lot of we have experience also, lesson learned that is implemented. If you just think theoretically, it's really good project, but it is not used because the workers are not involved in this.
But that's common, right?
Yeah.
You know that's with any system implementation and so on. So here's this approach. You've recognized the necessity for sustainability. Check within Ford. You recognize the necessity to engage the individuals to extract that knowledge to improve what we need to improve in this world of digital transformation. And then finally, of course, the resilience.
Yeah.
And I got that. Now, in Ford is not a small company. Ford is a big company.
Yeah.
Ford has a lot of moving parts around the world.
Yes.
This is all great. How does Ford, determine how to begin rolling this stuff out, how to begin using it? That to me is way beyond my pay grade.
At the beginning, it was an example in the data analyst trying to the top down, but it is not working only top down. In the plant.
Take note, executives. It never does. There you go ahead.
Because the people needed to use it, and also in the location, in the overall the world, there is different technology experts. They are developing better than others. So plant also trying to get those technologies. So we are coming bottom up, top down together. And if some plant are implemented already successfully, then you can roll out that one also to other plants. But sometimes it is human beings are not everywhere same. So different education, different So you can modify it and then get the fit to each plant. So there is some standard, basic standard, but you need to be also flexible in the plant. So it is allowing the people also to do some work. And also other thing is, other side, the technology is developing. And if you have the very rigid standard, that does not work because you cannot keep the standard, old standard, if the technology is some already advanced. So you need to have a continuous alignment to get what is the best way to work out. So result is important. So each plant can do what is the best for them. That is exactly IoT, AI. You can do those things.
Yeah, because it's interesting because you bring up a really good point, and especially in the world of Ford, that plant, that culture, the uniqueness of that area is different than the one that's over here, and they produce a different product or part or whatever it might be. And do you have to address the assets that are, let's say this is an older facility, this is a newer facility, this one's a little bit better. Do you take that into consideration when deploying?
You need to consideration because if you do not consider that does not work, because some of places is labor is cheaper, so they designed the line more manual work. Some others is high labor cost, so it is more automatized. So you need to consider all those things. Otherwise, you can have some big slogans, but that the result is
not a right fit. It's just not a right fit.
Because
then again, it gets back to Seonhi. It gets back to the where do I start? What? How do I begin? I see it, and granted, I guess it's pretty much other larger business. It's like. It's so big. It's so massive. It's so overwhelming. And it's just like, And that to me, it would be So, with that said, what have you done in Ford? Give us outside of that part that you were able to optimize from a material perspective, lessen the weight, so on and so forth. Are there other areas that are really keen to Ford and you to say, okay, the next is, because you got the AI, you got all this stuff. Tell us about that. Is there anything that's just like...
Well, what we have is also in the production, the additive manufacturing, which is still have the more progress need to be done in the additive 3D printing. You heard about that?
Additive manufacturing.
So especially the parts, these generative design part is sometimes very difficult to produce conventional production. So additive manufacturing, you can produce it faster. So but at the moment, the additive manufacturing is you have a lot of preparation, pre-processing, and the post-processing. After the printout, you take out all the powders and so on. So there are a lot of manual process, which does not make a business case. So we're working on it to get those things.
Yeah, that's a challenge scalability type thing. We're there, we see it. Yes. But it's going to happen. It's happening. You're going to figure it out. That whole additive manufacturing and how to use that technology is super fascinating. And it's gone beyond the plastic.
It is not only plastic. We are doing also in metals and
metals. I was at a show and they had this additive manufacturing section, right? And it's metal.
And then you can combine also different materials during the printing.
For whatever reason, whatever the engineering desire is, and it creates lightweight, strength, whatever the focus.
But there is also still again the human beings coming in the design, in the additive manufacturing. You need to think differently than conventional design, because you can combine already a lot of materials together. So if you can design it, some combined one, nowadays 10 parts assembled, but these 10 parts can be one part, because we can print out different materials between during the printing. So that will give us big advantage to saving our labor costs and so on. So there are much more possibilities, but human beings are not so fast. First to open the mind, and then trying to get those new.
But don't you think that's like sometimes you and I blame the internet. The internet's the problem. And the internet's the problem because there's endless amount of information out there. I get overwhelmed. I don't know where to go. Do I go over here? I don't know. If I accept that, is it a problem for me? I don't want any problems. You know, those are human realities, right?
You need to take the human with the technology, but that is also already happening in the cars. We have today's car. There is so many features, automatic parking and all the ADS things, and the people are very anxious to use it, never used it, and it is important the dealership to educate the people what is happening, what he is doing. So it is the car industry is already offering you so much features, but you have your car, but the people not using. So it is really important point to get the people involved.
And it goes down to this, and it's always education, and it's an education delivered in a way that it's approachable. It's not over my head, because once it's over my head, I can't. That's it. I'm done. I'm not listening because I feel.
Then it's very difficult later to catch up. You need to come step by step. If a small step is happening, every time go with it. So that is again the social responsibility to get the people educated generally, not only in the industry, but also generally for digitalization, getting people, especially the old generation, it's very disadvantage, a lot of because they cannot click, get his tickets, but he needs to go there, buy it, and those things you need to bring those people with you to get there.
Here's how I look at it, and it's not. I feel I'm an old guy that likes all this new stuff, right? But there's a lot of individuals that they don't, and it's almost as if, don't train me, I'm fine. I get it this way, I do it this way, and it's fine. It's going to be the younger that. There will be a massive transformation that will happen just because they demand it. This is how we grew up. This is what we do, and it's sort of interesting from my perspective. I don't know. I just think it's, again, listener, if you're out there, just get engaged. Just educate.
Lifelong learning.
Lifelong learning, and it is, and it's all there. And you got great people like Seonhi right here. So how do people get a hold of you? If somebody says, "Hey, I want to talk to Seonhi," what's the best way to try to?
Probably in LinkedIn.
Yeah.
There are also a lot of technologies for the digital twins or whatever, but the time is so short.
No. I got to tell you, man, you're absolutely right. Never mind. I've been down those roads. You were absolutely spectacular. I really enjoyed this. I met her first in an elevator and we didn't know it. Right there. That's the story. All right, listeners, we're going to wrap it up on the other side. We're going to have all the contact information for Seonhi. We are once again broadcasting from IoT Solutions World Congress 2023 here in Barcelona. Put this on your calendar because you get people like Seonhi really having just tremendous passion to help you solve your problems. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
How about them apples? You are joining me on this journey to learn as much as I possibly can in the world of industry. Seonhi Ro, connect with her. Ford Motor Company, doing great things in the world of Industry 4.0, in the world of augmented reality. They are leading the way. Seonhi is right then and there. It's an incredible time. I'm not going to, hold back on this. We have the ability to learn as much as we possibly can at our fingertips, to talk to industry leaders all the time. Listen to what they have to say. It is an exciting time, and it is happening really fast. And if you're not committed to learning all the time, as Seonhi was pointing out, then you're going to be left behind because it is going that fast, and it's not that difficult. It's all out there. Take a little snippets here, a snippet there, and by the time you just realize, my goodness, look at all the stuff that I know now. But I think if you have a business and that business is dependent on some sort of technology, you just need to do it. You just need to get involved, begin to learn, do what is necessary to ensure that your business is resilient, and the time is now. Continue to join me on this journey. Go out to Industrial Talk and say, hey, Scott, I want to participate too. IndustrialTalk.com. Reach out, say, hey, Scott, let's connect. Okay, cool, I'll do that. You'll talk to me. All right, I say it all the time. Oh, you need to go out to IoT Solutions World Congress. That's going to be next year. Make it happen. Be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with Seonhi, and you're going to change the world. We're going to have another great conversation coming from IoT Solutions World Congress shortly, so stay tuned.